The practice of concentering. A lesson from the book Personal Magnetism, Psychic Influence, etc. by William Walker Atkinson. Letters will be used to signify the start of new exercises in this lesson. We will start with exercise A. The first requisite of concentering is the ability to shut out outside thoughts, sounds, and sights, to conquer inattention, to obtain perfect control over the body and mind. The body must be brought under the direct control of the mind under the direct control of the will. The will is strong enough, but the mind needs strengthening by being brought under the direct influence of the will. The mind, strengthened by the impulse of the will, becomes a much more powerful projector of thought vibrations than otherwise, and the vibrations have much greater force and effect. In these exercises, I will begin with training the body to readily obey the commands of the mind. The first exercise, and one which must be mastered before the succeeding exercises are undertaken, is the control of the muscular movements. This, at first sight, may appear very simple, but a few experiments will convince you that you have much to learn. The following exercises will be of great benefit to you in acquiring perfect control of the muscles. A. Part 1. Sit still. This is no easy task. It will at first try your powers of concentering, to refrain from involuntary muscular movements, but by a little practice you will be able to sit still, without a movement of the muscles, for 15 minutes or more. The best plan is to place yourself in an easy chair, assuming a comfortable position, then relax all over, and endeavor to remain perfectly quiescent for a period of 5 minutes. Continue this exercise until you can accomplish it with ease, and then increase the time to 10 minutes. After you have mastered the 10 minutes exercise, increase the time to 15 minutes, which is about as far as you need pursue the exercise. You should not tire yourself with this, or any other of our exercises. The better plan is to practice a little at a time, but as often as possible. Bear in mind that you must not sit in a rigid position. There must be no strain on the muscles. You must relax completely. This plan of relaxing will prove valuable to you when you wish to get a good rest after fatiguing physical exertion. It is an ideal rest cure, and may be taken either sitting in a chair or lying down on a couch or bed. A. Part 2. Sit erect in your chair, with your head up and your chin out, and shoulders thrown back. Raise your right arm until it is level with your shoulder, pointing to the right. Turn your head and fix your gaze on your hand, and hold the arm perfectly steady for 1 minute. Repeat with the left arm. When you are able to perform this feat perfectly, increase the time to 2 minutes, then to 3, and so on until you are able to maintain the position for 5 minutes. The palm of the hand should be turned downward, this being the easiest position. By keeping the eyes fixed on the tips of the fingers, you will be able to see whether you are holding your arm perfectly steady. A. Part 3. Fill a wine glass full of water, and taking the glass between the fingers, extend the right arm directly in front of you. Fix the eyes upon the glass, and endeavor to hold the arm so steady that no quiver will be noticeable. Commence with 1-minute exercises and increase until the 5-minute limit is reached. Alternate right and left arms. A. Part 4. In your everyday life, endeavor to avoid a tense, strained condition of the muscles when you should be at ease. Endeavor to acquire a self-poised attitude and demeanor. Cultivate an easy, self-possessed manner in preference to a nervous, strained, over-anxious appearance. Mental exercise will help you to acquire the proper carriage and demeanor. Stop beating the devil's tattoo on the table or chair. Such actions indicate a lack of self-control. Don't tap on the floor with your foot, nor swing your feet backward or forward while talking or sitting. Don't rock backward and forward in a rocking chair, as if you were working a machine at so much an hour. Don't bite your nails, nor chew your lips or check, nor wiggle your tongue around in your mouth, whilst reading or studying or writing. Don't wink or blink your eyes. Get rid of any habit of twitching or jerking of any part of the body, which may have become second nature to you. You can stop it easily by carrying the thought and practicing concentering. Train yourself to bear with equanimity and composure noises which have been startling you heretofore, such as the banging of a suddenly closed door, the dropping of a book or other object, etc. In other words, keep yourself well in hand. The above exercises will be of great assistance to you in getting yourself just where you want. Now on to exercise B. The above exercises were given to teach you the art of controlling involuntary muscular movement, thus bringing your body under the control of the voluntary functions. The following exercises are designed to enable you to bring your voluntary muscular movements under the direct control of the will, in other words, to train the mental faculties producing voluntary muscular movement. B. Part 1. Sit in front of a table, placing your hands upon the table, the fists clenched and lying with the back of the hand on the table, the thumb being doubled over the fingers. Fix your gaze upon the fist for a while, and then slowly extend the thumb, keeping your whole attention fixed upon the act, just as if it was of the greatest importance. Then slowly extend your first finger, then your second, and so on until they are all open and extended. Then reverse the process, closing first the little finger and continuing the closing until the fist is again in its original position, with the thumb closed over the fingers. Repeat with the left hand. Continue this exercise 5 times at a sitting, and then increase it to 10 times. This exercise will make you tired, but you must persevere as it is of importance to you in the direction of training your attention by directing it to trivial and monotonous exercises. In addition, it will give you direct control over all of your muscular movements. You soon will feel the benefit accruing from these simple and apparently unimportant exercises. Do not fail to keep the attention closely upon the closing and unclosing of the fingers. That is the main point. If you neglect it, you lose the entire benefit of the exercise. B. Part 2. This exercise is nothing more or less than the old trick, often observed among our country cousins, known as twirling the thumbs. Place the fingers of one hand between the fingers of the other hand, leaving the thumbs free. Then slowly twirl the thumbs one over the other, with a circular motion. Be sure to keep the attention firmly fixed upon the ends of the thumbs. B. Part 3. Place the right hand on the knee, the fingers and thumb closed, with the exception of the first finger which must be pointed out in front of you. Then move the finger slowly from side to side, keeping the attention firmly fixed upon the end of the finger. These exercises may be extended indefinitely, and you may exercise your ingenuity in supplying additional ones under this head. The main idea is that the exercise shall consist of some trivial, familiar, monotonous muscular movement, and that the attention must be kept firmly fixed upon the moving part of the body. Your attention will revolt at the slavery enforced upon it, and will endeavor in every possible way to escape its thraldom. This is where the training comes in, and you must insist that your attention does its work from beginning to end, and not wander away to more congenial scenes or occupations. Think of yourself as a strict schoolmaster, and of your attention as a playful, fun-loving boy who tires of looking at his book and wishes to steal sly glances out of the window and door at the more attractive sights on the outside. Your business is to keep the boy at his book, knowing that it will be better for him, although he cannot see it just that way now. Before long, you will notice that you have a much better control over your muscular movements, carriage, and demeanor, and will also observe an increased power of attention and concentering in your every-day affairs, which will be of considerable advantage to you. Now on to exercise C. This class of exercises is intended to aid you in concentering your attention upon some material object not connected with yourself. Take some uninteresting object, such as a pencil, and concentre your entire attention upon it for 5 minutes. Look at it intently, think of it, turn it over, consider it, think of its uses, its object, of the materials of which it is made, the process of manufacture, etc. Think of nothing else but the pencil. Imagine that your chief object in life is the study of that pencil. Imagine that there exists nothing else in the world but you and the pencil. Only one world, and but 2 things in it, pencil and I. Do not let your attention get away from the pencil, but keep it down to its work. You will realize what a rebellious creature your attention is when you try this exercise, but don't let him get the upper hand of you. It is very tiresome to him, but it is for his own good, so stick to him. When you have conquered the rebellious attention, you will have achieved a greater victory than you now realize. Many a time in afterlife, when you need the closest attention upon some matter before you, you will thank me for putting you on to this exercise. This exercise can be varied each day, always choosing some uninteresting and familiar object upon which to concentre the attention. Don't select an interesting object, for it requires no effort to concentrate upon that. You need something that will seem like work to the attention. The less interesting the object, the more the work, and the better the exercise. The trouble about this exercise is that you will soon run out of material, as the continued concentering of the attention upon uninteresting objects will, in the end, cause the attention, in self-defense, to take an interest in the things upon which it concentrates. However, when you have reached this stage, you will have but little further need of the exercise, as you then will be able to concentrate your attention upon anything or anybody. The above exercises will be sufficient for your purposes, it being understood that you will extend the several exercises by material supplied by your own invention and ingenuity. You may practice upon something occurring in your everyday work. You will not be at a loss for material upon which to practice, now that you have the main idea impressed upon your memory. The exercises given in the preceding lessons can be practiced more intelligently, now that you understand the advantage to be gained by concentering. You will be able to carry the thought better, to direct more energy into suggestions, and into the projection of thought vibrations. Your eye exercises will take on a new phase, and so will the exercises in telepathic volition, etc. You will be able to overcome bad habits and acquire good habits in their place. In short, by the acquirement of the art of concentering, you will be able to do everything better than formerly. You will have acquired a firm control over body and mind, and will find that you are now the master of your inclinations, not their slave. The power gained over yourself will manifest itself in the power to control others. The man who conquers himself has no trouble in impressing his will upon others. Continue the practice of concentering and developing the amenability of the mind to the will, and you will become a very giant, compared to men who have not acquired this power. Try your willpower on yourself in different ways, until you feel confident that you have won the mastery of self. Be satisfied with nothing else. When you have gained that, the mastery of others is already yours. End of lesson.